All right, happy Wednesday, everybody. We're getting back from taking the Chapter 8 quiz that we took on Monday. And so we're going to get right back to Chapter 9, which is where we left off. We're actually going to do 9.4 today. If we follow the progression, we finished off with 9.2. We should jump right into 9.3. But 9.3 is all about rotations. And to be quite honest with you, I do not feel comfortable teaching you rotations in an online lesson. I wish we were in the classroom so I could show you, I can stand in front of you and show you what a rotation is all about. But for that simple fact, we're going to skip it, we're going to bypass it, we're going right to section 9.4. Go ahead and get your notes, go ahead and get your pencil going. I want you writing this stuff down. Today's lesson is about glide reflections. So let me write that down, and I'm not necessarily going to start my notes yet because I do want to address a couple things that I saw from the quiz a couple days ago. Wrote a couple of issues down, kind of starting the notes off. You don't need to write these things down. This is just for my benefit so I can see what I need to talk to you about. But first and foremost, Chapter 8 review guide. I'm very, very happy that the majority of you sent me your review guides to my email. I looked at every single page. It looked good. Once again, I was just looking and checking your participation and just seeing if you attempted every problem. If you did, you got a 10 out of 10. But you guys see I've got 27 students written down. 27 of you, that's right, 27 students in all 4 of my hours have turned in nothing. So, it's your grade in this class. If that's fly with you, if that works with you, if you're okay with a 0 out of 10, that's fine. If you have not turned in your review guide, please send it to me. I am going to take a late point off or a late couple points off, but it's better than a 0. So please get that to me. Grades are updated in Harmony. Check Harmony, folks. Please put your password in, check your grade. Everything is in the Chapter 8 review guide, the quiz that we took on Monday, the 10-question quiz that was worth 50 points. It's graded. It's in. Most of you probably saw your grade once you submitted it. So it's out of 50 points. Some of you did quite well. If you didn't do so hot, some of you got a 15 out of 50. Some of you got a 25 out of 50. If you didn't do so hot, please, I'm just asking you, put a little more time into your notes, put a little more time into this class. If you're the individual that are spending 10 minutes in this homework just trying to get this done, or if you're actually putting in the quality time. So please spend a little more time if you want to up these grades. So if there's any discrepancies in Harmony, shoot me an email, let me know. Some of you have sent me emails saying that your grades are wrong. I put a grade wrong into Harmony. I'll be happy to change it. Just please let me know. So check Harmony. Everything should be updated and good. Last but not least, I want to address some concerns that I saw from the quiz that you took this Monday. And first and foremost, when you are taking this quiz, don't sign off of the quiz. What I mean by that, and some of you know this, some of you it's common sense, but do not leave the Canvas quiz screen. I will know. There's a notification that it sends it to me. It lets me know when so-and-so signs off of the screen and goes to a different web page. Don't do that, folks. It actually sends me a big red X. Looks like that. Some of you had 3 of these. Some of you had 7 of these. There was a couple students that were in the 20 and 21 range, which is, to be quite honest, ridiculous. I don't know why you are getting off of a quiz. If you were taking a quiz in my classroom, there's no way you'd stop taking the quiz, stand up, stretch, walk around, go on your phone, hang out, talk to friends. No. Come on, guys. Come on. When you start a quiz, you need to finish the quiz. It's just that simple. Some of you are making this way too complicated. Start the quiz, finish the quiz. Please do not email me saying, oh, the power of my computer shut off. Before you take a quiz, plug in your computer. before you take a quiz. Have your calculators there. Couple concerns that some of you reached out to me and said, Mr. Kosal, I was taking the Canvas quiz on my phone and I had to use my calculator. First of all, you all should have scientific calculators, and if you don't, you do have a Chromebook. Please take this quiz on the Chromebook. Don't take the quiz on your phone. Don't take it in a car on your way to somebody's house. It's take your time. Take your time. There was no penalty this time for anybody that had a red X. I just simply shot you an email and asked you, what was going on here. Why did you leave the Canvas screen 7 times? But here's what I'm going to do, and I want to kind of encompass this whole issue with one blanket statement. If I see these again, I'm going to subtract 10% off your quiz or test grade. What that means is, let's say you take a future quiz for me and you get an 87%. You did okay, B+. But I see 3 of these X's. 3 times you signed out of the Canvas quiz. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to subtract 10%, 10%, 10%. That's right. I'm going to shoot you down to a 57%, folks. For the majority of you, this was harmless. You were looking at a calculator on your phone. You accidentally got off of the screen, but there's nothing accidental about this, or I'm not going to fight this battle of cheating. There are some of you that did cheat on this quiz, and it's unfortunate. When you start this quiz, you need to finish it. So please do not go off this screen. Second concern, and then we will start the lesson. I assure you, I've got it all ready for you. Second thing I want to tell you about these quizzes that I'm going to give, and I'm going to give you more quizzes and tests in the future, but please, take your time on this quiz. My goodness! Some of you got done with this quiz in 4 minutes. What is wrong with you? How do you take a 10-question quiz and... Oh, I know what you did. You went through and you clicked A, C, B, B, D, A. Done. Yeah, that's how it works. Some of you are taking way too much time. Please do not spend 4 hours taking this quiz. Yes, some of you took this quiz in 4 hours. You stayed on the Canvas page. You didn't have any of these red X's. But 4 hours taking a quiz? Come on. Folks, something's wrong here. Take your time and get through this. I'm actually wondering if I need to set a time limit for my next quiz. I think an indefinite amount of time was a bad idea, so on your next quiz, look for a time limit. Alright, most of you did well. Alright, let's get started. Notes, this is where the notes start. 9.4, here we go. Glide reflections. I need you to write this down for me. Here, another star, but I want you to write this star down. A glide reflection is a combination of a translation, put a comma, then a reflection. A glide reflection is a combination of a translation, then a reflection. A translation, if you remember from 9.2, is a slide. We're sliding it to the right, we're sliding it to the left. And then a reflection, if you remember, we did that back in 9.1, we reflect over the x-axis or the y-axis, or sometimes we reflect it over the line y equals x. I'll do an example with you in just a moment. But a glide reflection is when you do both of these. We're going to slide something first, that's the glide. That's the translation right here. I don't know, why don't they just call it a translation reflection, but they want to switch it up on you. A glide reflection. Glide reflection sounds a lot better. So they're going to translate something and then they're going to reflect something. That's all we're doing today, folks. I'm going to throw 2 examples at you and you guessed it, call it a day. Call it a day. Example number 1. All right, this is going to be a graph. So let's, I was going to say graph it right now, but let's get the directions down, shall we? Quadrilateral, B, G, T, S has vertices of B, -3, 4, G, let's go -1, 3, T, -1, 1, and S, which, what are you, S? -4, 2. Okay, graph B, G, B, G, T, S, and its image after the glide reflection and that's the end of the directions, but I got to give you the translation and I got to give you the reflection. So we're going to translate along the vector 5, 2, and then we are going to reflect, I'll put reflection, we're going to reflect along the x-axis. All right. Let's get this XY axis drawn. Graph paper, if you got it, get it out. If you have graph paper, use it for the homework. The homework consists of, you ready for this? Are you ready? I don't think you're ready for this. The homework consists of 6 questions, everybody. 6. Grand total time it should take you, well, about 15 minutes. Thought I'd be nice today on this Wednesday. By the way, this Friday, like 2 days from now, it's Good Friday because we're coming up on Easter Sunday. So Friday, we do not have school. We do not have online classes. You get a free day. If you didn't know that already, yeehaw, right? You get a good, what is it, 5-day weekend? But it seems like every single day right now, it just seems like our summer just got 3 months longer. I mean, instead of having a 2-month summer, we have like a 5-month summer. I don't know if that's how you feel. That's how I feel, everybody. All right, go ahead and graph this, and we'll get started with the problem. -3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Please label your points. It's kind of important. Okay, B's taken care of. -1, 3. There's G. -1, 1. Now we'll put T right there. And then -4, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, up 2. And this is S. Okay, go ahead and connect these. B goes to G, G goes to T, T goes to S, and then S cycles back to B. So we've got our quadrilateral. It's not a square. It's not really a rectangle. Maybe it's a trapezoid. I don't know. It's 4-sided, so we call it a quadrilateral. All right, graph this quadrilateral, done. And its image after the glide reflection. Glide reflection. So we translate first, we reflect second. This is important, everybody. With a glide reflection, you always, 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 always translate first and then reflect second. Always translate first, reflect second. So here we go. Translate first. We're going to take every single one of these points and we're going to translate them along the vector 5, 2. Now, if this has been a long time since we've done this, we did this in 9.1, everybody. If it's been a long time, go back to your notes, take a look at what we did. Basically, we're going to shift it 5 to the right, and we're going to go 2 up. It's kind of like you're graphing a point. You go over 5, you go up 2. So let's start with T. I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going right because it's a positive 5, and we're going to go up 2. There's T prime. Do that for every single one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2.